Hey everyone, how's it going? So today's video is going to be something a little bit different, but it's going to mainly be about organizing. So that's what I'm all about here on this channel. So whether it be school or personal organization, this is just another thing that I wanted to add. So this video, that you can already tell from the title, is all about kind of organizing and preparing for a trip that you might take. So I'm going on a little vacation to Toronto in a few weeks here, so I just thought it would be perfect timing to film a video on just kind of things that you should take into consideration and prepare, and how to pack. I'll eventually get to that in a separate video, so an organizing, packing video, also how to organize your carry-on, and things like that. So this video today is just going to be all about kind of preparing and making your checklist and getting everything ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I did was I typed up a little checklist of my own that I have different categories on, and just set everything up, and I'm going to make it available for download on my website. So you can just go there and click on a link or a picture, and it will just download a PDF file for you. So what I did, like I said, is I split it up into a few different categories. So here's the sheet here. I just printed it on some green paper to make it a little bit more fun. So I just have Organized with Blake Travel Checklist at the top. So when this video goes up, the download for this will be available on my website as well. So I'll make sure that happens. So the first thing that I just wanted to talk about is kind of preparing things before you go. So this is everything in the before you go section here on the checklist. Just some friendly reminders and things to do so that you don't panic and it doesn't kind of ruin your trip if you forget something. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about a few things that are on this list. So in no special order, the first thing that I suggest is that you clear your answering machine. So you might want to do this in case that somebody is trying to get a hold of you. Maybe if you lose your bag at the airport, and the airport people call your house and they want to leave a message saying that you know your bag was left at the airport, you have to come pick it up, but if your answering machine is full, then you might not be able to receive that message. So that's just a simple little thing that you can do just to free up some space. The next thing, leave a copy of your itinerary and travel documents with reachable relatives. So you definitely want to make sure that people know where you are, just in case of an emergency. So leaving a copy of your itinerary, so where you're flying into, where your connection flights are, what hotels you're staying at, with phone numbers and maybe an address if you're staying with a friend or something like that, and just leave that with a relative just in case something does happen. Maybe somebody gets sick, or you have to come home for some reason. It's just a great idea to leave those documents with a relative so that they can easily find you. So the next thing, kind of related, is leaving a house key with a relative or a trusted neighbor. So you never know, you might get on the plane and then realize that you left the oven on. So you want to make sure that that gets shut off if there's going to be nobody in your house for the next week or so, or however long you're traveling for. So leaving a key with a family member or a trusted neighbor is a great idea as well. And also, you maybe, if you're gone for a long period of time, like a month or two, you'll want somebody to come around and just check, make sure nothing happened to your property, there's no window smash, nobody has broken in, there's no water, flooding in the basement, things like that. The next thing, lock all your doors and windows. That's a pretty obvious thing to do if you're going to be leaving for travel, but just make sure. People sometimes forget windows, or they're shut but they're not locked. So that's just another thing on the checklist here. Just go around and then check that off. Set up an auto email response. So this is more like for a professional type setting. Most people nowadays have access to their email when they're traveling, so this might not even faze you. But if you are if you have a work email and people email you all the time and they need things, maybe set up an auto response so that when they send you a message, it automatically replies back and says, I'm away on vacation from these dates, this date to this date, and maybe leave a phone number of somebody else that they can contact if it's an emergency and they really need something. So that's another thing. Also, unplugging appliances. That's pretty basic. Make sure, your toaster's unplugged, all your electronics, don't leave any chargers in the walls, things like that. So you just want to kind of minimize the risk of, like house fires and electrical fires and things like that. Also, walk through your house to check for anything that you have missed. So before you go, either the day before or a few minutes before you leave, just kind of walk around, check for things in outlets, check that windows are locked, check that screens are on, everything's in its place, everything like that. So it's another tip. Charge all batteries / rechargeable devices. So, if you're going on a trip, you're going to be taking some pictures. Obviously, get your camera charged before you go, and also take that charger with you. And same goes for your cell phones and your laptops and your tablet devices if you're going to be using those on the plane. Obviously, not the cell phones, but make sure those are all charged up as well. You also want to confirm your flight before your travel, so that's another requirement. So whether that be online or at the airport, just make sure that you do that. Double check carry-on baggage regulations. So make sure that the bag that you're taking to carry on is within the restrictions of that certain airline. So you might have to check out the different airline websites to figure that out. Just make sure it's it's smaller than it's supposed to be, or it'll fit through the scanner, I guess. Make sure that it's not too heavy. Make sure you don't have any liquids over the certain amount of regulation. I think I don't know if it's 3 ounces in the States and like 1 liter. I'm not sure on I have to check that out myself. But make sure that you don't have any liquids over the required capacity, and check for things. Make sure you have all your equipment, your cell phones, your wallet, everything like that. The next thing is a pretty big thing if you're going to be shopping or pretty much doing anything when you're away. Notify your credit card companies of your travel plans. So this is a big thing that some people don't do, and then they're traveling to a different country or out of state or province, and they go to somewhere, they use their credit card and it gets declined because the company thinks that somebody has gotten a hold of your credit card and has kind of like fled the state or fled the country and is using your card to rack up a bunch of purchases. So you want to call your company or companies and let them know that you'll be traveling, where you'll be traveling, and from certain dates, so that you don't have any trouble with your card being declined. So like when I go, so make sure you call your company or your companies. Like I have 2. I have to call Visa and American Express as well. So make sure that you do, if you have different credit card companies, make sure you call both. The last thing that you should do is, it's kind of optional, but most people do like to have it, and that's purchase travel insurance. So you can do that through like a travel agency. I know some credit cards have that as well. So like my American Express card, if I buy the plane tickets with that card, then I have up to a certain amount of money travel insurance. So check those things out as well. So that's basically it for all the before you go section here on the checklist. And I left some space here that you can print it off and fill out some other things. Maybe I forgot something, or you just want to add something else, so I left some room at the bottom there. So then I'm just going to go and pretty much talk about the rest of the things that you should kind of take with you when you're going on travel. So I have personal, I have clothing, electronics, and miscellaneous. So I guess I'll just start with personal. So the basic things like your deodorant, your glasses, and their cases. Your hair products, your hand lotions, your hand sanitizer, lip balms, medication, motion sickness, pills or medication, shampoo, sunglasses in their case, tissues, toothbrush, toothpaste, vitamins or supplements, copy of your itinerary. So I already said that you should leave one with your relatives, but you should also have a copy inside your luggage and on you at all times as well. Also, emergency numbers, just for contact reasons. You should also have your driver's license with you. If you're traveling within the country, you don't need a passport, you just need a valid driver's license or a photo ID. So obviously, don't make sure that you bring that if you're traveling within the country. Also your keys, your house keys and everything like that. Bring some local currency. If you're traveling out of the country, you want to make sure that you do have, the right currency to buy things over there. Also your passport if you're traveling outside of the country. A pen just to write some things down. Your tickets, your plane tickets obviously, and if you have any tickets for, plays or sporting events or concerts, bring those with you as well. Bring your wallet with you, obviously, your ATM debit cards, also your credit cards, so you can buy things when you're on travel. Photo ID, obviously for reasons like traveling within the country, but also if you are of age, getting into bars or clubs and things like that. It's always good to have a watch on you as well, just so you can tell the time. You might not carry your cell phone with you when you're traveling, so definitely bring a watch. Books are great for, when you're on the plane or when you're waiting to get on a plane, or if you're taking a long subway ride, or a bus ride or something like that. So it's just good to have something to occupy your time. Also, maps, so you know where you're going when you get to your destination, and also travel guides. So, maybe print off a travel guide with main attractions and sightseeing locations and everything like that for the place that you're visiting, just to, make that experience all that better. So, that's all I have for personal. I didn't have a lot of space left on here for the personal, but you can just fill in some more on here in the back if you wanted. Then we go on to clothing, and this is going to differ for different people, obviously. If you're a girl or a woman, you're going to have a lot more clothes than a guy is going to pack. So this is just some basic things for clothing. So, your belts, a raincoat or a poncho, an umbrella, running shoes, walking shoes, a jacket, some pants, so like jeans, khakis, pajamas or sleepwear, shorts if you're going to, like a hot place, like bathing suits, things like that. Socks, obviously, sweaters, t-shirts, undershirts, underwear, everything like that. So I left a lot of room, so if you have other things to add, you can put them on there as well. So electronics. Some people don't like to carry electronics with them when they travel, but I know myself, I would get bored, and if I'm in the hotel for the night after my long day of doing things, I want to either go on the internet, check my Facebook, check my emails, check in with the family back home, things like that. So a cell phone would be one. So, but obviously something you have to consider as well is roaming fees. So if you're out of the country, contact your provider and see if there's any packages, because if you do use data, and even if you call people, out of country, the roaming charges can add up. So definitely be careful with your phone if you're out of the country. Digital camera, make sure you bring that with all the memory cards that you want to take. Also an ebook reader like an iPad or a Kindle or something like that, just to occupy your time. Also earphones, just like the little earbuds, if you're just, walking around, want to listen to music. Noise canceling headphones if you have those. you know, if you're on the plane or if you're on a loud subway and you just want to zone everybody out, definitely noise canceling headphones. And also music, so whether it be like an MP3 player or your iPod or something like that. And then the last category here I have is miscellaneous. So the first thing on here is a day pack. So something to, you know, carry around with you, you know, whether it be a backpack or a messenger bag. Just something to, you know, keep some water in, maybe, your camera, your wallet, everything like that. Preferably something with like a strap that goes across, just so it's more secure and safe. You know, if you have, if you're just carrying something in a bag, you know, there are people on the streets, pickpockets, and people that will just come up and, you know, grab it. I've even heard of people, like, you know, if you have, like if a woman has a purse on, and sometimes people will come up and just cut the strap and take the purse, and people won't even realize that their purse is gone. So definitely something like a crossbody or like a messenger bag that will definitely keep it more secure and evenly distribute the weight. So definitely think about taking that. Luggage locks. So some people don't lock up their luggage, others feel like they should. If you do get a luggage lock, try to get one with the TSA logo on it. That allows the TSA people to, they have keys that fit in all of those, so they don't have to actually break the lock to get into your suitcase if they need to. They can just open it up with their special key and then lock it back up when they're done. So definitely go for a TSA lock if possible. A mesh laundry bag is another thing that's optional. I know I'm going to be taking one with me when I go, just to throw all my clothes in that I've already worn, just so it's kind of all in one section of my suitcase when I travel home. Also some non-perishable food, snacks with you to go on the plane, or when you get there to just like kind of have for the hotel, if you get hungry late at night or something like that. Also some plastic bags, just like the Ziploc ones, to keep all your liquids in, to keep them, prevent them from spilling within your bag. And also you might want to take some grocery bags or things like that to kind of pack your stuff in that you buy when you're away. So those are just a few things that I have here on the travel checklist that I'm going to be posting on my website for you all to download. So if you're ever going traveling and you just kind of need a quick guide, this is definitely something that I think would work well. I'm going to be using it when I go away on my trip. So this is just the first little video. I might do a couple more. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to do one on how to like organize and pack your luggage and your carry-on and things like that. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it was interesting. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And I guess that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.